First, I want to thank all of you guys for coming tonight. We really appreciate it. It's a very important topic. Glenville has really been leading the way in Greenwich as far as bolstering food allergy awareness, so we're really happy that you guys could come tonight. I am going to turn it over to my co-president, who will be our returning president next year, to introduce our wonderful speakers, and thanks again for coming.
We had quorum. That's the biggest excitement of the night. I know. So I'm Lisa Sylvester. I'm the co-PTA president with Ann, and this allergy awareness topic has been very near and dear to my heart for quite some time because I have two kids that have life-threatening food allergies. So when I had talked to Ann at the beginning of the year about having this topic, we decided to run with it, and then Abby and Greg came on board and totally ran with it. So now we have this amazing night ahead of you. Audrey Brigante from Fairfield County Allergy and Asthma is going to be speaking. Carolyn Cornelius, our school nurse, and Sandy Kornblum, who a food allergy coach. So we have lots of fun, exciting things for everybody tonight. So sit tight, and here we go.
This is the AuviQ, which is contains epinephrine. We also have the EpiPen. These are what we use to teach the teachers and whoever's going to be with the allergy student. And it actually talks to you, so I'll open it up and you can listen to it.
This trainer contains no needle or drug. If you are ready to use, pull off red safety guard. To inject, place black end against outer thigh. Then press firmly and hold in place for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Injection complete.
Okay.
This trainer may be reused.
Okay. So that's the AuviQ, and the epinephrine is this is a lot newer. This is what a lot of the doctors are now prescribing because it's obviously easier to use, it's smaller, it's easier to carry, and it tells you what to do. The EpiPen is very similar. You take off the cap on the top and you inject it the same way into the lateral outer thigh.
They're not supposed to. They should give you one that has at least 1 year
Should be
on
a year.
it. When you pick it up from the pharmacy, you can certainly check and give it right back to the pharmacy if it's not a good expiration date.
I've also I've spoken
Really?
to Sanofi about this, and there is a number you can call, and you can take a picture of your expiration dates, and they will give you a credit towards new ones prior to yours expiring, because they are having an issue with that. It has been documented through a lot of people that it's been not even a year, it's been more like 6 to 8 months. Right. So what happens is they're shipped to a warehouse before they're shipped to your local CVS or wherever you're getting your prescriptions, and they're not sure if that's where some of the lag time is happening or what's going on. They're trying to figure it out, but they will, if you call their 800 number, they will help you out with that, absolutely.
Cupcakes from, these are the one from Stop and Shop. These are peanut free. All of these things on this table are peanut free. This right here is from Izzy Bees, and this is gluten free, egg free, dairy free, tree nut free, and peanut free. Skeeters are nut free, and Whole Foods came tonight to show you their brands that they sell at their store here in Greenwich on Putnam. I encourage you all to please take some, take it home, have your kids taste it. They're really delicious. My son Lance does not have food allergies. His twin sister does, and he eats all her food. So it's really good. And these are the Sun Butters, which are being used here at Glenville. So you may want to take a packet home and try it. It tastes just like peanut butter. please, don't be shy. There's a lot of food. Thank you for coming.
Can I just ask one question? I'm sorry.
Can you take the mic, though?
Sure. My children don't have any food allergies, so it's an experience to know Sophia, who is Abby's daughter, because my daughter's in her class. So I'm learning about this. It's important. The nut-free versus a peanut-free, what's the difference? Because isn't a peanut a nut? Kind of?
Actually, I can answer that if you don't mind. If you want, do you want to? Okay, so a peanut is actually a bean. It's a legume, so it's really from the ground. And tree nuts are from trees, really. They're completely separate proteins. And in fact, probably only about 15% of patients who have one allergy have the other. It doesn't mean if you have one, you're going to have the other. So there are plenty of patients that have tree nut allergy that eat peanut butter all the time. So a peanut's a bean or a legume. It's in the family of lentils and soy. And tree nuts are things like pecans, walnuts, hazelnuts, macadamia nuts, pine nuts, and that's all. That's a very good question, though. Thank you for asking that.
Are the labels specific? Do they say nut-free? Do they say tree nut-free?
They do say tree nut or peanut free. Yes, they do.
So not a general nut-free?
No.
Okay.
No.
But if you are, just want to add,
Yeah.
if you are taking care of a child who has a peanut allergy, depending on the severity of that child's allergy, they still may not be able to eat anything that contains tree nuts or made in a facility with tree nuts, or vice versa. So some kids are only allergic to peanuts, some are only allergic to tree nuts, some are allergic to both, but because not most nuts are made in the same facilities, there's cross-contamination concerns.
I want to add one quick thing about that. Actually, that's a great point. Many times, especially in children under the age of 5 or 6, we strongly recommend that they avoid both anyway, because they can't tell the difference between a nut and a peanut. A peanut, as you thought, was a nut, and so they don't know the difference. So we generally tend to tell them to avoid it anyway, unless there's a strong desire for a patient with a peanut allergy to eat almonds or something else. It's really, again, individual, and we take that very, very seriously, especially with cross-contamination. So that was a very good point.
Last question, or maybe not. So is Glenville officially peanut-free in the cafeteria? Peanut butter-free?
No, I was going to say, I forgot
Okay.
to mention that we're not serving peanut butter in the cafeteria anymore. We're using sun butter.
Okay, so no peanut butter in the-
sunflower
Okay.
seeds. But it's,
Right, no, I meant in the kitchen. Thank you.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
If something says that it has tree nuts in it, but you're just allergic to hazelnuts, how would you know if it has a hazelnut or not?
You have to assume that because it's a tree nut, that it could have any tree nut in it. So that's a great question. But you have to avoid all tree nuts, no matter what.
Anybody else?
I just wanted to say thank you for everybody being here tonight. It's been a long time in making to have all the individuals here and educating us on the topic. I know that the parents that have children with food allergies greatly appreciate it, and it's nice to be part of a community that recognizes it and help educating us all. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, well, I want to thank our speakers very much. Thank you all for coming. This is a great turnout. It really represents how wonderful our Glenville community is, and snack up before you leave.
And
Thank
please
you.
look at the handouts on the table over here also.